Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Simone from Bädé Collection, and welcome to Made NYC Week. I'm so super excited to be part of this Self Care Sunday. If you are viewing from home, let me know what city you're streaming in from. Um, Feel free to drop some cities in the comments as well as how we're feeling this Sunday. I hope everybody's feeling great. I'm actually on the West Coast, so it's still morning for me. But I know some of you guys are streaming in from New York in the afternoon. Also, just so you guys are aware, we can grab our mat or a towel. I wanted to do a stretch exercise sequence after explaining some of my products. So if you want a few seconds to grab some items you can lay out, or you can just do it on the floor comfortably. I grabbed a towel. And if you don't have a yoga block, I like to use things around the house so you can have an empty shoebox if you so please. But again, guys, my name is Simone. I am the founder of Bädé Collection, and we are a topical skincare line based in Harlem. Everything is made fresh to order. We are plant based, so we are sourcing herbs and plant based ingredients from women owned farms domestically, which we are super proud of to be supporting our women founders. We do have some items that have CBD. It's a beautiful plant, so I will be explaining some of that as well. If you have any other knowledge as well, drop in the chat. If you already use it, let me know in the chat as well. But I started the company 3 years ago. My background is actually in wellness. I worked and continually still work as a corporate wellness trainer. So, based in NYC, companies would bring me on to lead their employee wellness programs. And 3 years ago, I got so burnt out to the point where I was in so much pain that my sleeping patterns were disrupted, my working patterns, I was like killing my body by still continuing to work, even though I was seeing a physical therapist monthly at the time. And I just couldn't figure out why stretching or seeing a physical therapist wasn't really helping alleviate my pain. So I started, like most skincare companies, DIY, batching in the kitchen. I started working on formulas, and after a year of testing it on myself and my peers who also work in the wellness industry, I thought, hey, let's see where this can take us. So I really enjoy not only educating people on the power of plants, especially when it comes to relieving pain, relieving injuries, but also how we can use movement in conjunction with that. So that's what this demo is all about. And I brought a few products just to show you guys and tell you a little bit more about how I use the products and incorporate them within my own wellness routine. Um, so as part of this Made NYC partnership, we've partnered with Uncommon Goods, and I've been so excited that Uncommon Goods is working with us and has brought on one of my favorite products, which is some salt detox bath crystals. So these are bath crystals, right? These are the activated charcoal version, that are infused with CBD. So anytime we're using CBD within our products, it's full spectrum. And the bath salts come at 275 milligrams. So you can throw the whole bottle in the bath or you can measure it out, depending upon your liking. But it's another great way to not only relax the body, but also detox the body. It's a blend of Himalayan salt, Dead Sea salt, activated charcoal, lavender, roses, and I also suggest that when people are like run down after a long week, even though we're working from home, we're still dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of pain. Maybe you're still exercising regularly or more so than you were before. So we're still doing a lot with our bodies. And this is just a great way to relax in the bath. Like self-care Sundays, not all of us have that moment of rest throughout the week. So it's great to add it in whenever we can. Another product that is new and I'm super excited about, it's a body scrub. With this body scrub, however, is it's also still focused on pain relief. So it's a targeted body scrub. It's again all plant based. We don't use any chemicals or preservatives in our products, and it's a blend of peppermint oil, shea butter, cocoa butter, clays. So you're still getting a moisturizing effect. It's with pumice stone, so you're getting a soft exfoliation, and it's for any areas that are giving you issues. For instance, I have a lot of clients who experience back pain, or they have old knee injuries or hip injuries. So this is where you're going to be in. Sorry, this is when you're going to be in the shower using this product targeted, and it's still going to give you that moisturizing effect after you leave the shower. It's going to relieve and reduce inflammation you may have well after the shower. So that's why I'm super excited about this new product. And the star of it is blue tansy. A lot of times when you're looking at blue tansy and how it's used in skincare, people use it facially. It's a great anti-inflammatory, but the great thing about this product, we were receiving so much feedback of people who wanted to transition to plant based, but they didn't necessarily want to jump into the CBD pool, right? There's a lot of information out there with CBD. There's a lot of information still coming out. So we're very respectful of people's choices, and we wanted to provide a product that was still top notch, high quality pain relief, but without CBD for those who choose not to use it. So this is called our retreat. It's also part of the Made in NYC VIP boxes that were released. So hopefully, if you got one, please hit us up and let us know how you liked it. And our last product, this is our hero product. This was my first product. I spent a year not only formulating this, but also seeding it out to my peers. And this is the product that really got me through 6 months of injuries where literally I couldn't walk up the stairs prior, even though I was seeing a physical therapist. And this is the Heroic Healing Balm. So it's our CBD product. Depending upon the size, it comes with 250 milligrams of CBD. It has a blend of natural butters. Again, you're going to find that shea, you're going to find that cocoa butter, peppermint oil, lavender oil. Again, no preservatives whatsoever. A lot of our clients are really mindful of what they're putting on their skin. Remember, you're putting something not necessarily sourced from the best predicament that's all going to go into your skin. So if you're dealing with ingredients that have toxins or chemicals, bad chemicals, not healthy chemicals, but bad chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, that can all potentially be absorbed by the skin. So that's why we're very mindful to source from organic farms, all organic ingredients when possible. And like I mentioned earlier, we really aim to source completely from women-owned farms. That's a true North Star for the company, is really uplifting other women within the industry. So those are the three products I wanted to quickly discuss. Let me know in the chat if you're still here with me. We're going to go on into a stretching sequence. And the reason why I wanted to focus on stretching is not only is it great to rely on products that help relieve our daily pain and we can incorporate them easily within our daily routine. But a lot of times when it comes to stress, when it comes to pain, a lot of times it's simply something that can be alleviated through stretching or increasing our flexibility. I wanted to focus today on the psoas muscles. When you are going through any anxiety, any flight or fight situation where things are getting tense, your body tenses, we tend to hold it in our abdominal region, right? So that's sometimes why we may wake up with back pain. I know personally when I'm super stressed, it goes straight to my back, straight to my back. So a lot of times, if we incorporate some stretching movement on a regular basis, that's one way to relieve pain without necessarily relying on opioids or things that might not be the best for us internally. So the psoas muscles are what connects your spine to your legs. And like I said, if you have a mat, grab it. If you don't have a yoga block, that is completely okay. Feel free to grab a box. And we're just going to go into a quick little 15-minute sequence, guys. Again, drop any notes in the chat. I'm still here and I can still see my sign. And let's play some music just to get some vibes going on. Hopefully you guys are still with me. So we're gonna start off, guys, in a tabletop position, right? So tabletop, hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath those hips. And we're just gonna start off by rolling it out here, okay? Pressing those toes in towards your mat, or if you're just working with a floor, that is completely okay. Rolling out those shoulders, deep breaths here, and just alternating whatever feels right. Now, making sure those toes are completely flexed. Let's lean back a little bit. Now, this may be uncomfortable, and if so, feel free to just release the toes. Okay, so the most important thing anytime we're doing any type of physical activity, guys, is just listening to your body. So you will feel stretch, right? You will feel a little bit of tension, but nothing should be pinching, nothing should be completely uncomfortable. And if so, you just move it down a notch, right? So while we're here, lean back if you're so comfortable. Lean back, really stretching out those quads. You should feel this in your toes. If you'd like, grab those heels for support, or you can bring them down to the floor, opening up that chest. And again, let's not forget about our breath here. Deep breaths in and out. Move forward back into that tabletop. Let's bring that left leg forward. Okay. You're going to move this right knee back a little bit and lead into this hip stretch. Squeeze these glutes, tuck that pelvis. Okay. Open up that chest, roll those shoulders back. I want the chin nice and lifted. You can gently place those hands at the top of your knee and breathe into this stretch. Also, you can play around with these hands here, right? You can extend them out in front of you. You can extend them up above you. Let's take a deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, press those hips back, stretching out this front leg. You can roll out this ankle here. Move it back through this modified lunge. Again, scoot this leg up so this back leg is a little bit further back. Squeeze those glutes. Now you're going to drop these hands and move that leg out a little bit. So it's going to allow you to come in a little bit more with this stretch. You can place this front hand gently on the knee and press away. Excellent job, guys. Bring that leg back into the middle. Come up again, glutes squeeze, tuck that pelvis, flex those arms nice and long, elbows straightening. And we're just going to twist gently towards this hip. Okay, pressing those shoulders down. So we want to make sure that our spine is elongated. Gently release. Excellent job, guys. Bring these hands back. Come back through that tabletop. Flex those toes. Again, let's round it out. roll it out, I should say. And one thing that I forgot to mention, guys, as I go through these movements on a regular basis, so within my own daily routine, I'm using that balm. I'm going to switch sides so you guys can see this next direction. But I'm using that balm, the pain relieving balm that I showed you. I normally use that pre workout. Okay. And I use it post workout. So before I even do any type of physical fitness, I'm using that balm because 9 times out of 10, I'm probably already a little bit achy from the last session. And then post workout, it's again going to relieve and reduce any inflammation that might have occurred as I was in that previous workout. So that's something to keep in mind. Even if you're not working out, as you're doing movement, it's helpful to use products that are going to help open up, not only relax those muscles, but relieve and open up any tight aches and joints that you may have. Let's come into that tabletop again. We're going to step forward with that opposite leg, bringing that back knee back. That back knee further back, squeezing that glute, tucking that pelvis, belly button the spine, gently press those hands into that front knee. Deep breaths here. And remember, you always have options with your hands up above. But if we're just focusing on having a relaxing self-care Sunday, don't feel like you have to turn it up a notch and challenge. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, shift those hips back, flexing that front foot, and roll it out. Hopefully, y'all are still out there with me. And release. Opposite way. Move back through to that modified lunge. Drop those hands. Walk that foot out a little bit to the edge of your mat. Take this top hand and gently press that knee out a little bit more. You're going to feel a nice, it should be nice, gentle stretch in that inner thigh. Another option, guys, I forgot to mention on the opposite side, you can come down here to your forearms if you're looking for a deeper stretch. So the great thing about this is that there's always options to deepen that stretch. And a lot of times on our journey for strength, so anytime I'm teaching a fitness class, I'm always like a broken record. Strength, strength, strength. On your journey to building strength, that's including flexibility, right? So a lot of these moves can be done on a regular basis to help further and strengthen that flexibility and ultimately increase your range of motion. Okay, let's bring it back into that tabletop. You're going to shift those hips forward towards the top of your mat. Press down from those shoulders, right? Gently shift side to side. Drop it down to your forearms. We're going to reach back and grab this front foot. You're going to try to get that heel in towards your glutes. You can rest that forehead down. And also, if we're not flexible enough to reach back and grab our leg, completely okay. If you guys have a strap or a smaller towel, essentially all you would do is wrap that towel around your ankle and pull in. So it's another modified way to do the same stretch. And gently release. Now, before we're going to the switch, I want you guys to grab your block or your modified box, whatever you had at home, and you're gently going to lay onto that side. We're still working with that same top leg. Extend that arm, bring that same leg that you were just dealing with, grab it on the front shin, ankle part, and you're just going to bring that knee in towards your chest and bring it down. This also can be a pillow, guys. So if you don't have a foam block, you don't have a shoebox, grab a pillow. Okay. Making sure that we're taking deep breaths in and out. Hopefully y'all are moving with me. In 4, 3, 2, and release. Let's roll over onto our backs. Again, our head is gently resting. Make sure those knees and those feet are hip width apart. Tuck that lower spine to the mat. You don't want those heels in too close because then it's going to lift up that lower arch of the back. Okay, you just want a nice little soft circle. Windshield wipe those knees side to side, pressing those shoulders down into the mat. And bring that same knee that we were just working with in towards the chest. And if you can, or if you prefer, extend that opposite leg. Grab that ankle and extend it out, trying to lengthen that knee. So we don't want to hyperextend and just knock our knee back in order to get it straight. But really think about elongating. Flex and point here if you'd like. Grab that ankle in the opposite hand. Gently make sure that lower back stays connected to the mat and open it out, stretching out that inner thigh. Gently roll it down, bring it back into that soft triangle, and window wipe those knees. Let's roll back over onto our tummy, guys. We're going to do that opposite side. Move that box out your way. I'm going to flip side so you can still see me. It's starting to get a little bit warm, but I definitely can't complain because I've been told that when I return to New York, it's already cold there. So even though I'm not a fan of intense heat, I know I can't complain because I have a feeling it's going to be a bad winter in New York, y'all. What do y'all think? Let me know. Drop that forearm, bring that opposite heel in towards your glute. Feel free to rest here. And again, you would use that strap or you would use a smaller towel if you like. Another option here is to gently lift that knee, not too high, just a gentle lift of the knee if you want to feel a deeper stretch in that front quad. Excellent. Grab that box, that shoe box, that pillow, whatever you had, lay over onto the side, extend that front arm. Sorry, I lost my mic here. Extend that front arm, laying completely on that side. Bringing that same knee in, grabbing that ankle, pressing it back, and bringing it forward, up towards that chin and back. Excellent, guys. In 4, 3, 2, gently roll over. Return back to that triangle. This time we're going to cross that opposite ankle over that knee. Now, this is a stretch that you might typically see in a fitness class, right? You have options here to thread the hands through, grabbing this ankle or lifting and grabbing this quad or lifting above and grabbing this ankle. One thing that I want to remind people here is this is supposed to be a stretch, right? So this knee should be pressing away from your chest, okay? This knee essentially is going to provide tension for the ankle. Then you'll feel a nice stretch in your inner thigh or right here opening up that hip. If we're not putting any tension and the leg is just crossed over the opposite knee, you're not going to feel this. So it's not a stretch, right? Because there's no tension being had here. So press that knee away from your chest. And then you have options to bring that quad in. I'm still keeping this tension, so I'm still pressing this knee opposite. I can grab my quad, grab my ankle. And gently release. Same thing here, guys. Press that knee away. You can chill out here. If you're outside, take a little chill moment, look up at the sky. Once you're ready, bring that quad or bring that ankle in. Roll out that ankle. Gently release. Bring that opposite knee in towards your chest here. Extend it long. Again, you want to elongate. Try not to just shove that knee back just in order to get it straight, but think of lengthening from your glute all the way up to your ankle. Open it, and as you open it, try to press that lower spine down towards the ground, shoulders grounded. Gently release here, deep breaths. Back into that soft triangle, windshield wipe those knees. We're gonna roll back over onto our tummy. Hopefully y'all still with me. It's very interesting to be able to talk to myself and hope that there's people on the other end watching and listening and still engaged. So hopefully you guys are still engaged. If you have a pillow, a box, a block, whatever you have, you're going to place it to the side. We're going to lay on our tummy and you're going to lift this front knee out. Now you can place this front knee on whatever contraption you have, or you can just lay it flat, okay? We're just opening up our inner thighs here. Another way, we're letting gravity take control and press open that knee. Deep breaths here. You can cacti your hands, so elbows bent. Sometimes people lift up, but this might not always be an option, right? If this is extremely pinching, if it's extremely uncomfortable, we don't want to do that. An alternative is to come down to your forearms. So it's not as intense as completely straightening your arms, but you're still feeling a little bit more opening here. And again, guys, we really want to be careful not to feel any pinching in our lower back. Anytime you feel pinching in your lower back, relieve yourself from that position, right? Now, if you were using the box, you can allow that knee to rest and you can bend and straighten here. You can also do this without the box. And gently release. Let's switch over to that opposite side. So guys, majority of us, I hope, are still working from home. And even if our movement has decreased, believe it or not, constant sitting is still going to lend itself to potentially to back pain, right? So you don't necessarily always have to be up and moving, and we can't forget that just sitting long periods of time, working at a desk, working at a computer can still be detrimental, right, to our overall flexibility, our overall range of motion. Again, we can straighten those elbows here or come down to the forearms. If you have that box or pillow, let that knee rest, bend, and straighten. I want you guys to continue on. I'm just going to do a quick time check. Okay, we're right on time. So bend and straighten here. Again, you can do this on your forearms or completely down. Remember, no pinching. If you feel any pinching, just relieve yourself from that position. We're going to move the box out the way. We're going to sit up, guys. Finish off strong with some detoxing twists. So I'm flipped for you, but essentially you want your top leg crossing that knee. And again, in order to really get the most out of these stretches, you want a little bit of tension. So I'm going to bring that top knee closer to my chest, gently turn opposite. You want your eyes to follow your head, right? So don't just let your shoulders twist and don't just keep your head where it is. Follow everything. And if you want, extend this arm out or up towards the sky. Completely up to you here. But the important part here is to really make sure that knee is hugging that chest. Another trick that I absolutely love, bring this top leg in towards your chest, cradle it like a little baby, extend that opposite leg. Sorry, guys. I don't know what is going on. These flies are now attacking me. And gently rock. A lot of times you may hear mention that after any type of movement or if you're just stretching, to grab a tennis ball, right? If you don't have a tennis ball, this is a great way to release any lactic acid buildup or tension in your glutes. So you're going to drop down to this forearm and gently rock over that glute. Okay. So I'm still cradling my leg. This is essentially the same thing, guys, as rolling over a tennis ball. Once you find a tender spot, you're like, ugh, that feels a little bit, knotty. You're just going to hold it here and breathe into it. Gently release, roll out those shoulders, gently twist. Bring that opposite leg in. Again, press that knee in towards the chest. Follow those shoulders, extend out that arm. And I know I'm talking a lot, but as I'm talking, hopefully you guys are still breathing. Lift it up. So we don't want to hold that breath anytime we're doing movement, okay? Continue to breathe. It's the best way to deliver oxygen to those muscles, and it actually helps deepen that whatever stretch you're doing by continuing to breathe. Cradle that front leg like a baby, extend out that opposite, just twist here. So I'm on my sit bones, just twisting, opening up that hip. If I want a deeper stretch, I'm gonna fall into this forearm. Ooh, so 9 times out of 10, one side is going to be a little bit tighter than the opposite. I'm rolling out my glute. I'm feeling a little bit of knots, right? And if I feel a tender spot, I'm just gonna hold it here and breathe into it. It's uncomfortable, but this is how we, get some knots out of our system, especially if we're not working with a lot of equipment. And gently release, stretch it out, guys. Roll out those ankles, stretch out those wrists. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little demo. Thank you again for joining me for Self-Care Sunday as part of Made in NYC Week. Gently stretch that opposite arm and release. And roll out that neck. Keep losing my mic. Excellent job, guys. Again, my name is Symonè Gates. I want to thank you again for joining. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And like I mentioned before, guys, because Made in NYC is so amazing, a lot of the products that you saw today, the 3 that I showed, for instance, the bath salts, you can find on uncommongoods.com. That's part of the Made NYC, and they have their own special Made in NYC section on the site. So you can find a lot of great artisans that you've been witnessing demos today on that section as well. The scrub is on our website, as well as the balm at Bädé, Bade collection.com. Thank you guys so much. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'm here. I can see any comments that come through. So, I'm here, guys. So let me know if you have any how you felt about the class. Let me know you're still here, that you were engaged, and that we're feeling a little bit more stressed out, a little bit more decompressed, and less stressed than we were before.